Runnin' Rebels snap a 3-game losing streak to Air Force this weekend as UNLV welcomes back their starting guard, their guy, Bryce Hamilton, who played like he didn't even miss a beat. And oh yeah, the Rebels, who didn't shoot a single three in the first half, they were totally thinking about keeping their NCAA record alive for over 1,000 games with a made three-pointer.
We are real aware of it, that won't happen next time. I'm pretty sure we probably scared a lot of people. But yeah, we were aware of it. We're going to do better.
Lindy LaRocque's Lady Rebels undefeated on the road this season. UNLV sweeps Air Force this weekend as the Lady Rebels have now won 5 of their past 6 games.
I don't know, pinch me or wake me up from the dream in like 2 months maybe when the whole thing is over. But, 10-7, I don't know if I would have guessed that, to be honest.
And Coach Arroyo is making history at UNLV with a record-breaking 2021 recruiting class that ranks 2nd in the Mountain West, 67th nationally, and he's not done yet. All that and more as the RebZone starts now.
You are now entering the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5, sponsored by Pueblo Medical Imaging.
We got a busy week ahead of us. The Runnin' Rebels play 3 games this week, and that is music to my ears because remember in December when we had 0 games to cover and I was just up here like, hey guys, what do you want to talk about? Well, the Runnin' Rebels were looking to bounce back after dropping 2 straight in Reno earlier this week. And the good news is they got their guy, Bryce Hamilton, back for this 2-game series against Air Force. And he's like back. 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists against the Falcons yesterday. Boy, UNLV wish they could have had him healthy up in Reno. Well, even with Bryce putting in work on Saturday, the Rebels struggled defending the 3-ball. Air Force started the game with 4 straight threes. Falcons' A.J. Walker on fire from the 3-point line, his 4th 3-pointer in the first half. UNLV led by 1 at halftime, 31-28, but was 0 of 9 from deep. This is when y'all got a little nervous about your 3-point basket win streak. UNLV jumped out in the second half with a 10-0 run, and Mbake out there balling like usual, putting up 16 points. Caleb Grill come through with the first 3 of the game for the Rebels, and that's when all of Vegas just kind of exhaled as the Rebels led 49-46. Nick Blake pulls up for the 3, and UNLV jumps out to a 54-46 lead. 30 seconds left in the ballgame. Falcons' Chris Joyce steps back, sinks it. Air Force with 15 threes on Saturday, but UNLV was able to land on top 68-58. We now welcome head coach TJ Otzelberger into the RebZone. Coach, heading into this 2-game series against Air Force, what was the focus when you got back from Reno and you were able to get your guys back in practice?
I thought, in the second game with Reno, especially in the first half, we did a great job getting stops, which allowed us to build some confidence, especially when you have a younger team and you're on the road. You need everything you can do to help build that togetherness and that confidence, and our guys did a great job. So we tried to carry it over the practice floor. We knew with Air Force how intentional and methodical their style of play. They do a great job cutting, and so we really had to spend a lot of time in practice focusing the defensive effort. Feel like we've seen some progress, and hopefully we have a little more room to progress going into Monday. There's some things we can clean up and be even better.
And how excited were you when you found out the news that Bryce would be able to play today?
Yeah, we were ecstatic. Bryce gives us so much out there. He's a guy that obviously his ability to score is tremendous, but when he's out there, we get paint touches, we get the ball on the inside, he gets assists, tremendous job on the glass today, and I think even more than all the statistical categories, when Bryce is on the court, our guys have a lot more confidence in themselves. His voice really matters, his presence really matters, so I can't say enough about how important it is to our team to have Bryce out there, and was just thrilled to have him out there again today.
And what a big game for him. Were you a little surprised to see no rust, or, did that kind of just take you off guard, or is this Bryce who just balls out all the time?
Yeah, I thought he wasn't quite as explosive as he normally is, but at the same time, he was very intentional about finishing plays, being on the glass, finding his teammates. So we need to make sure we keep getting him the proper rest and treatment to get healthy. But Bryce is a baller, and when he's out there, he finds a way to do things that really help us win. And so we're grateful for that and excited to keep him healthy as we move forward.
Well, coming off with a win today, what defensively will be the focus tomorrow in practice?
We need to find better ways to guard the three-point line. Today felt like we got driven too much. We want to keep the ball off the baseline, not get into rotation. That happened quite a bit. We got beat to the outside. I think our closeouts have to be sound. We've got to have active hands. They were 15 to 32 from three. So that's the area we've really got to clean up before Monday. There's 3 or 4 things we need to do well in order to do that. But that's where a lot of our defensive focus will be.
And heading into game 2, what would you like to see from your guys? What kind of energy and momentum would you like to see in game 2?
Well, I think, we had some really good runs today, and it's not having the swings that we have in our games. There's times where we get a lot of stops in a row. I think it was 9 to end the half and start the second half, and then they scored 7 straight field goals. So we've got to do a great job of not being that inconsistent, especially defensively. We've got to keep our focus, our buy-in, our effort, our energy on that defensive end. And I think, when we do that, we can be really good because then we play in transition and there's a confidence and a flow and a pace to how we play. So we just got to get better at keeping that focus for longer stretches of time.
Well, I know you said after the game today that you weren't aware of the streak at halftime and that the 3 ball is just not heading your way. But was it nice to see the second half, that run you guys had, Caleb Grill hitting that 3? Would you like to see more of that on Monday?
Yeah, certainly to balance our offense. We want to go into the paint. I think we were 25 for 35 from 2. So that's a pretty good percentage. We got to the foul line, a little bit. So we want to get those touches in there, but we also want to be ready to shoot inside out threes and make sure that we balance our offense both across the board with our players, but then as an inside-outside attack as well.
Awesome, Coach. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you on Monday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Paloma.
And coming up next on the RebZone, we'll catch up with Bryce Hamilton, hear how his ankle's feeling and what his team needs to do to win Game 2 against Air Force on Monday night. The Runnin' Rebels starting guard Bryce Hamilton has been dealing with a sprained ankle and missed the rivalry matchup up in Reno. Without Marvin Coleman this season and Bryce banged up, Coach said he was ecstatic when he heard that Bryce would be able to play this weekend. And clearly his versatility on the court has made a huge impact in the Rebels games. 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists against Air Force yesterday. He was a real problem for the Falcons yesterday. We caught up with Bryce after the game to hear the latest on his recovery and when he felt like he was turning the corner and feeling better with his sprained ankle.
Probably about Thursday, just slowly getting into practice, doing a couple drills, doing a couple live plays, just slowly working my way back up. But yeah, I felt pretty good in those practices, and I just felt ready to be able to play on Saturday and be excited. Excited
to be back out there with his team as he shares more on how he felt about sitting out in Reno.
It feels good to be back. It's been a long journey. It's been tough for me to be out for those 2 games, especially against our rivals. But, it's good to be back and just fighting with my teammates to get this win tonight. Air Force shot 15 of 32 from deep yesterday. Bryce shares more on how his team has to be better at defending the 3 ball. It's been a real emphasis. That's something that we just got to be better at, just knowing who 3-point shooters are and just being able to close them out and make them dribble. That's something we're going to do better for the next game. And we just got to get better at it. And was Bryce aware or just a little worried about their 3-point basket streak yesterday? We are real aware of it. That won't happen next time. I'm pretty sure we probably scared a lot of people. But yeah, we were aware of it. We're going to do better.
Well, I know that first half had you Rebels fans high-key stressed. The anxiety was real yesterday, but let's see how the Rebels do from downtown on Monday night. 6 o'clock tip-off against Air Force at the Thomas & Mack on Monday. Well, coming up next, we catch up with Lindy LaRocque. Her Lady Rebels are undefeated on the road this season, 5-0 with a sweep over Air Force. It looks like Lindy is hitting the jackpot at UNLV.
Nice, Bailey.
Well, we have to give it up for the Las Vegas native Lindy LaRocque. Her Lady Rebels are undefeated at 5-0 on the road this season as her team improves to 8-4 in conference play. Not only is she the best to interview, but I think her positive energy is spilling over into her team as they're just improving each day before our eyes. Well, UNLV came out strong today against the Falcons, setting the tone offensively. In fact, the Lady Rebels shot a school record 91% from the floor in the first quarter as the Lady Rebels led 36-28 at halftime. UNLV had 3 players finish in double figures as Nia Johnson led the game with 17 points and 4 rebounds, 68-57 over Air Force today, and the Lady Rebels stay undefeated on the road. Here's more from head coach Lindy LaRocque.
You know, we wanted to be aggressive. We wanted to be aggressive, to attack the basket, to go inside. And I joked with them even in practice yesterday, you know, and the first game. We came out for practice yesterday, and I sent them back into the locker room because I don't know if there was a force field over there by the tunnel that was like not letting our energy in, but we had to knock it down. And so the force field wasn't there, and it was about our energy and intensity to start the game. And we felt it, and we had it. And so it was nice to kind of jump out there, and it really obviously gave us a great cushion, even when, you know, it got a little sloppy there in the second quarter.
And with a 10-7 overall record, 8-4 in the Mountain West, I asked Lindy if she's proud of her team right now.
Totally. I mean, it just, for such a young group, I mean, they're not inexperienced anymore. We have lots of experience, and young players getting experience. I mean, you can almost like see the growth in the game. You know, like Desi didn't have a great game, and then she makes a huge drive to the basket late in the game. It's just, it's really, I mean, to go five of the last 6, really the one was on a buzzer beater. I mean, man, I think we're coming a long way. And again, you know, I mean, I maybe call me greedy because I'm from Las Vegas, but we're still not playing our best basketball, and that's a good thing.
The Lady Rebels will now get ready to host Boise State on a back-to-back Wednesday and Thursday at the Thomas & Mack. And yeah, Lindy wants to see this winning momentum carry over to the Thomas & Mack.
I've been able to watch some of their games, you know, against some of the other teams that we've played, you know, and you kind of, you know what they're doing a little bit. I know we're in a battle with Reno this series. And so I've had a little bit of time, you know, but I'm kind of trying to just stay still focused on one game at a time. But, you know, Boise State is good. You know, they're really good. We've known that year after year in the conference. You know, Gordy just got a 700 win. Like, wow, I texted him and I was like, man, I just hope to coach in 700 games at some point, you know? So, you know, he's doing such a great job. And I know, I mean, the nice thing is, like, it's a quick turnaround for us, but it's a quick turnaround for them. So no one's going to feel sorry for anybody. And so it's going to be, you know, who can kind of, you know, flip the page quicker and get focused. I told our team, you know, there's no off days. We can't have I can force them to be at practice in body, but I need their mind more than anything. We can't have a mental off day because they're good. They have a system, they have a style, they've got great post play. They've got dynamic guards, you know, so we've got our work cut out for us. Obviously, it's nice that we don't have to travel and play and we get to play those games at home. But, you know, I'm like, why can't we win 2 more?
And coming up next on the RebZone, Coach Arroyo talks about his record-breaking 2021 class and what players he recently just added on National Signing Day. Coach Arroyo making history at UNLV, and he ain't done yet. Coach Arroyo Arroyo is making history at UNLV. 24/7 Sports has his 2021 class ranked second in the Mountain West and ranked 67th nationally. That national rank is 13 spots higher than a year ago and 36 spots higher than the average ranking for UNLV's classes in the decade prior to Coach Arroyo's arrival to UNLV. And he's not done yet with his 2021 class. Arroyo signed 19 players on early signing day back in December. He just added 3 transfers in January. He has 3 scholarships left to fill in this 2021 class. Coach Arroyo tells us more about the 3 guys that he just added to his 2021 class that are already enrolled at UNLV.
Yes, we've got Jordan Jace coming in. It's going to have again, a freshman guy's coming in. He's got his COVID year is going to give us 4 years with him. He's an Indiana transfer wide receiver from a prep school in Georgia. A 6'5", 215-pound wide receiver. We had the chance to obviously dive into this transfer world, which is going to be really interesting moving forward as we go on. And again, a tall, long wide receiver, good high point skills. Has good ball skills overall. Has a dominant trait, obviously, at length. Was caught in the mix there a little bit with some really good wide receivers there. Dad played 6 years in the NFL, comes from a really good family, has the ability to get open and create separation that's pretty nice for a guy of his length. A matchup issue, he can play inside, play outside, does have some really good burst. He's already enrolled here, already in the program. High character kid, low ego, and I think a really high ceiling for him. Let me go next to Javon Wilson, 6'2", 212-pound running back out of Oregon that we got. Kid recruited out of high school there. Another 4-year guy who's got his full eligibility. Was a top 25 athlete in the country out of high school. A physical kid, played multiple positions, played wide receiver, linebacker, safety, running back, everything, really versatile. A really great kid, hardworking. Obviously, I've got a background with him. He knows the system well and was really in a long line there with some great backs. And so really, really fortunate to have him for an extended stay here and to get a chance to develop him as a back in our system. Has deceiving, sneaky speed for a guy that big, but will be physical, can't catch the ball out of the backfield, and has obviously a great character kid who fits the program. Brandon Logan, offensive tackle out of Cerritos, a junior college kid. Another guy who's only did 1 year at junior college, so we've got him for the long haul as well. Really good length, 6'6", 270 pounds. Again, going to be more of a high school body type as we get him, which is fine. And with 1 year in junior college, he's already come here. He's been here a week already, and all 3 of these guys are already enrolled in here. So I think he's already put on 10 pounds in the first week just getting here and eating right and on the proper diet with proper training programs. So that's how different the program can be in regards to changing guys right away. Moves really well in pass protection, athletic. We'll put some great size and growth potential on him. Strength will come. Good feet, great kid, high character, comes really, really highly recommended. Gotten a good little recruiting battle with him with some Power 5s there late in it, and got him right underneath the wire. So he's played 1 year, huge upside for us. And a definite necessity there at tackle.
Along with these 3 transfers, Coach Arroyo tells us how many guys from his 2021 class are already on campus and what off-season work they've been able to get in so far.
We've got 5 to 7 guys in here right now flowing with it, and those guys so far have come right in at the appropriate time. We've got settled, we've got them acclimated. Very different than when we got here a year ago, and we're all just running around with boxes. Those guys jumped right in they were here before discretionary period actually, and it was really, really impressive to see, and I think it's been awesome. I mean, they were part of a year ago during our discretionary period, the week before school, we had 6 to 8 guys in the weight room during the discretionary period. Fast forward to the week before school started here in discretionary, we had an average of guys on their own. Discretionary means they come in on their own and do their own workouts and open gym hours. We averaged, I think, 75. So from 6 to 8 to 75 guys, and they were part of it. Really tells us a lot about how far the culture's come in these guys. So it's been awesome. But those guys have been put right into it in regards to getting them acclimated. They jumped right into mindset meetings. They jumped right in the weight room. They're into school. And so we're excited to have those guys here early.
And with 3 scholarships left to fill, Arroyo's 2021 class isn't done yet.
Yeah, we're staying aggressive, but we're being, probably in a little different of a mode, in that we're being really picky and we're not going to just settle on guys. I think that what's created in the landscape of football right now with a COVID year and a senior year and a transfer portal and a 1-year transfer, the 1-year transfer rule that's probably going to go through here very soon, an automatic transfer. I think it's advantageous for us in our beliefs to have a couple in our pocket if we don't feel we've got the appropriate guy that really settles our roster and really exactly what we want. So I'm fired up that we're in the position we're in with those numbers.
So is it spring ball yet? I'm ready to see all this new talent Coach Arroyo is bringing to UNLV. Only 7 months until August, but who's counting? Well, I know you guys are counting because you can't wait to see a game at Allegiant Stadium. It's going to be awesome next season. Well, that's all I got. Have a great week, guys. We have 1 million games this week, so turn up. See you on the RebZone next Sunday on Valentine's Day. Ooh, we got a RebZone date next Sunday, guys. Take care. Bye.
You are now entering the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5, sponsored by Pueblo Medical Imaging.